here we are. What's up, everybody? I'm Bobby Shortle, the FMV Agent. Some of you know me from the Monthly Reset in general. Some of you might be joining for the first time because you check out the YouTube channel, FMV Agent, where I play FMV games all of the time. Been a little under the weather the last couple of days. I know that comes with a lot of connotations right now. I had an allergic reaction to something, had some hives, and very uncomfortable mostly. Nothing too serious, but just haven't been able to really record anything. And I'm going to sit down here for a little while and play Dr. Dekker anyway. The FMV Agent is sponsored by FMV World, fmvworld.com. They're an amazing resource for FMV games and for information about them, for resources, for interviews, for trailers, for where you can buy them, anything you can think of. They have great descriptions. You know, it's just a really great resource and a good community if you're into FMV games, which I'm assuming if you're going to watch the stuff that you are. So check them out and go to fmvworld.com and check them out. And thank you very much to them for supporting FMV Agent. We're relatively new. Thank you so much everybody who subscribed. And please follow me on Twitter at Bobby Shortle. And keep up with the updates because we're going to jump into Dekker here, which I honestly really do not remember anything that I've done so far. I'm sure I'll remember when we get back in, but I'm gonna jump back in now, and we'll start this business out. Let's go.
Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night.
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda,
I black
I
out,
don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just,
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date.
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
On
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't
He
I?
was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's
Okay.
clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Okay. All right. That's right. We're at a new day. That's right. New day. We figured out Aline can change her skin and look like people she was stealing from patients, or patients were giving her things. You depend on who you're talking to, what that was. So I'm not really totally sure yet which one that was. Then there was the woman who pretended she was Medusa or something and like killed some people. So there's that. But let's jump back in and then oh yeah, Nathan. Wait, no, Bryce is the gravedigger. Bryce buried. What's his name? Dr. Dekker at Henley Church. I remember that now. Nathan, I learned, set fire to his girlfriend's clothes. He also took... No, sorry. I'm got to get everybody straight again in my head. Because he has loop days. He has a loop days. And he can't forget them. He says Dekker cursed him. Mariana says she sees something beautiful in the ocean. But doesn't, so that she doesn't feel beautiful, and but she stayed away. She hasn't had blackouts since the last time we had our little meeting, so that's really good to hear. Aline, Angel of Death, Claire. Oh, now Claire, I know, because in evidence, right, in clues, Claire's arrest report. She stabbed and killed her husband, who she says is still alive in a lake house, but obviously that's not true. And then the crime scene report, right. Dekker was stabbed with a paper spike, a desk accessory. That's what that was. Okay. All the footage, that's the Cthulhu stuff. Jaya was going to be terminated. That's right, so I got to talk to Claire about that stuff. Bryce, we found out he has the extra hour where everyone's frozen. He took pictures of a woman when she was naked. Jai is my assistant. Professor Warwick is new. Let's start with Claire, because we know now Claire murdered her husband. All right, I gotta get back in the flow of how these things work. this needs to be lower too. Sorry. Did you murder your husband?
That's what it says.
Uh-huh.
I can see you're confused.
Yeah.
The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him.
Mm-hmm. Because he
The
did.
coroner says that David is dead.
Yep.
Everyone says that David is dead. There was even a funeral.
Okay, probably he's dead then.
I know. He's alive.
Sorry about the banging, guys. I'm getting used to this new microphone. Okay. That doesn't seem right. But let's keep going. Alive.
You tell me. What could possibly explain
I don't
that?
know. Okay, I gotta get into her responses so I can see.
That's what it says. I can see you're confused. The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him.
Okay.
The coroner says that David is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone says that David is
Right.
dead. There was even a funeral.
Right.
But I know. He's alive.
Okay. Fatally wounded.
David wanted to have a talk about our relationship. Not something any married person wants to hear. He said he'd been with Iris for about a year and that he loved her. He said he didn't love me anymore. Which I know is a lie. You don't just fall out of love with somebody. I reacted badly. I grabbed the nearest weapon I could find, which happened to be the steak knife, and stabbed him with it. There was so much blood. I instantly regretted it. So I fixed him.
Oh, okay. You fixed him?
It was about a week later. I brought David back to life. Not with voodoo, not with virginal sacrifice. I just willed it to happen, and it did. Dr. Dekker told me it was possible, but only if you're not buried. He says once you're in the ground, there's no coming back. But until then, you have a chance at resurrection.
Okay. Things are getting
It was about a week
weird.
later. I brought David back to life. Not with voodoo, not with virginal sacrifice. I just willed it to happen, and it did. Dr. Dekker told me it was possible, but only if you're not buried. He says once you're in the ground, there's no coming back. But until then, you have a chance at resurrection.
Okay.
It was about a week
Nope.
later.
Nope, that's not what I meant to do. A resurrection.
Yes, resurrection. But now that I've seen the results, I don't think there's anything holy about it. I think reanimation is more an accurate term. Like, I'm an evil necromancer raising things from the dead.
Okay. Interesting. Results. Did she say that? Sorry.
I think his brain was already decaying
Okay.
during the week that he was dead. Important bits. So when I brought him back to life, I didn't heal him completely.
Okay.
Just gave him life in the state he was in. I mean, he's hunting and killing things and trying to roast them on fires he can only light with matches, but that's about it. He's your basic Neanderthal. So I have a problem.
Yeah, you definitely have a problem, Claire.
I'm being charged with murder because the police don't know he's still alive. And I
Okay.
can't get David to vouch for me for obvious reasons. I think it would raise quite a few more questions than answers. Which is why I'm hoping that you'd be able to help me.
Okay, how am I supposed to help you? Help you?
I'm getting tired of all these questions. I'm getting tired of everything.
Okay.
I'm being charged with murder because the police...
Yeah, okay. I didn't mean to do that, but okay.
Considering the circumstances, I'd be grateful if you could see your way to declaring me temporarily insane at the time of the murder.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
To lessen my sentence.
Temporary
Because I'm
might
not a
be...
killer. But I can't prove otherwise. You don't still think I'm a killer, do you, Doctor?
Oh, I hate when they ask these questions. I hate when they ask these questions because the answer is obviously yes. You are a killer. You did this. 100%. There's no doubt. But I don't want to say, yeah, I think you're a killer, because then what's she going to do? She's going to stab me? Like she stabbed the doctor? Not happy about it. Notes. Okay. By the way, if you see me clicking on things by accident, it's because I'm using this, like, Logitech. It's a mouse and a keyboard at the same time. And, yeah, sometimes it doesn't click very well. The reason is because my desk, I need to have two keyboards on my desk because I have two computers. And then my gaming keyboard is way too big. To arrest report says Claire killed David. I've underlined some things to ask her about. Oh, right. There's things. I wonder if Bryce buried David. What happened with Ben? Ask patients about the paper spike too. Much to do today. That's right. Paper spike. All right. So let's look back at her arrest report. I was about to do a call from a neighbor. Okay. Blood. Steak knife. Okay, let's ask about the neighbor. What about your neighbor?
My neighbors seem far more interested in my business than they are their own. The lake house only has one house opposite, and it was on sale for some time. I suppose I should have bought it.
Okay. Steak. All right. Covered in blood.
It's a messy business, stabbing someone. You'd imagine that it would be like slicing into a pie with all the filling just slowly oozing out, but it's so much more dramatic, like popping a cork of a bottle of champagne. Blood sprayed everywhere.
Great.
Considering the circumstances, I'd be grateful if you could see your way to declaring me temporarily insane at the time of the murder. To lessen my sentence. Because I'm not a killer.
All right.
But I can't prove otherwise. You don't still think I'm a killer, do you, Doctor?
Well, you did kill him. Even if you brought him back to life afterwards, you still killed him. Right? We can all agree that that's the case. Okay. Yes, I think you're a killer.
At worst, it's manslaughter. I didn't mean to kill him. I just stabbed him a bit. And although he was dead for a week, I brought him back to life. Does this mean you won't help me? Was I temporarily insane?
I think you are still insane. Okay.
At worst, it's manslaughter. I didn't mean to kill him. I just stabbed him a bit. And although he was dead for a week, I brought him back to life. Does this mean you won't help me? Was I temporarily insane?
I mean, I think you are permanently insane. What about that? Yeah. So, yeah, she's crazy. Let me think here. Yes. Well, no, I want to say, I gotta see one thing. Sorry.
At worst, it's manslaughter. I didn't mean to kill him. I just stabbed him a bit. And although he was dead...
Okay, right. Yes, I think you were insane.
Thank you, Doctor. That's all I needed to hear. From you or Dr. Dekker. But Dr. Dekker wouldn't do that for me. He wanted something else.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. What did Dekker want?
Dr. Dekker teased me mercilessly about my alleged ability. He didn't believe I'd reanimated David. Once, he presented me with a dead mouse and commanded me to give it life again. I didn't, of course. It's not something I'd throw around lightly. He changed his mind about me eventually. And then he mentioned the girl.
Changed his mind. Sometimes the game is very forgiving about what you have to write to get them to talk, and sometimes it's a little bit specific. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Dr. Dekker asked if I could prove David wasn't dead, so I took him to the lake house. He saw that I was telling the truth. I can take you to see him too, if you like. Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would like... Oh, that didn't spell would right at all. Like to see David.
Very well. In our next session.
Oh, okay. Oh. Mentioned the girl. Oh my god. My typing is terrible.
He told me he'd locked up a girl in the basement of his house.
What?
Just for me. And he asked me to reanimate her. It was Iris. I said I couldn't reanimate something that wasn't dead, and he said that wouldn't be a problem. So I agreed. I just played along. I was hoping it wasn't real. I assumed it wasn't real. But he was offering me what I wanted. A temporary insanity diagnosis.
Okay, I got a note. Claire says the girl in Dekker's basement was Iris. Yes. Responses. Was it really Iris?
It didn't happen. Dr. Dekker called me from his house to cancel. He was furious. He said that Iris had escaped and he blamed me for it. He said that I must have set her free after he told me about her. I knew it was all lies anyways. He was obviously titillating himself by reprimanding me. He knew I'd never want to speak to Iris again, so I couldn't prove it either way.
Man, Dekker seems like a champ. Just like a champ. Okay, what about any other? Yes.
That's what it says. I can see you're confused. The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him. The coroner says that David is dead.
Okay.
Everyone says that David is dead. There
The
was even
funeral.
a funeral. But I know he's alive. He's buried at Henley Church. You can go see for yourself. There's even a headstone.
Okay.
One of your other patients was a pallbearer. I never forget her face. You should ask him.
He was a pallbearer? Who was the pallbearer? What patient of mine was the pallbearer? Who was the pallbearer? Oh, my Undertaker!
Oh, Undertaker, I've been sitting all alone in the darkness of my funeral parlor.
Bryce was a pallbearer for David. He's
Yeah,
also
that's
a grave
strange.
digger, I believe.
Yeah, that's true, he is.
Bryce was a pallbearer for David. He's also a grave...
Yeah, how does Bryce...
Smuggling a body out of a funeral can be difficult. Unless you pay the right people.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I should tell her that. Okay, I gotta ask her about the spike. The paper spike. What? I'm just gonna say paper spike. Paper spike.
A paper spike is an odd thing to use as a weapon.
It is.
I suppose if it went directly into the heart, it might work. Or through his eye, or perhaps through the ear and into his brain. Or was it just a frenzied, bloody mess of a murder? Do you know, Doctor?
My goodness, do I know? That's a good question. Do I know? Crime scene report. The victim was looking in his office, seated in a chair behind the desk, soaked in blood. Oh, it's right in the chest. Right in the victim's heart. It was a bloody mess. It was a bloody mess.
That's not relevant here.
Oh, well, you asked me, Claire. Let's see what I got from the hint. Let me guess her hint. Should ask her about the arrest report. Tell me about the arrest report. Didn't I already ask her this?
It makes for interesting reading, doesn't it?
I guess not.
I can tell you're dying to ask me about it. Fire away.
Was that like? I guess that was how I was supposed to get into the fact that because that was, I think that was supposed to lead in the fact that about the murder. I turned the hint time way down because I want to get through some of these people. I don't want to miss things. So let's see.
A paper spike is an odd thing to use as a weapon. I suppose if it went directly into the heart, it might
Which
work.
is what it did.
Or through his eye, or perhaps through the ear into his brain. Or was it just a frenzied, bloody mess of a murder? Do you know, Doctor?
Okay. Yes, I know.
Try asking me something I might...
Yes, he was stabbed. Yes. Dekker was stabbed in the heart.
He was stabbed in the heart. Then I'd say whoever killed him didn't want to leave any room for error.
Okay. Let's get another hint from her. All right. I gotta get back into the flow. How are you today? I'm supposed to ask them this every day. I don't remember.
I've been to the lake house regularly, keeping an eye on David. I saw the girl again, the one I told you about. She was playing outside.
Oh, right, the girl. Okay, so now she's yellow. That's all I had to ask her to get through her area. I haven't been closing everybody off because it takes a long time and I want to keep everything's moving, but let's see.
I've been to the lake house regularly, keeping an eye on David. I saw the girl again, the one I told you about. She was playing outside.
Let's see. Did you talk to the girl? Did you talk to the girl? Who's you?
I didn't speak to her this time. Something about her made me feel uneasy. I just watched her from the bedroom window.
Oh, not creepy at all.
She'd caught a fish. She was holding it in her hands.
Okay. Uneasy.
Think, Doctor, think. Use your brain. Or your notes if you have to.
This is mean. Very mean. Oh, right, all the way back to this thing. Why is reanimation more?
David was dazed and confused when I brought him back to life. As you'd expect.
Yeah,
He was scared.
definitely.
He didn't want me to go near him at first. Which is understandable, as I did kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really succeed in bringing him back. He wasn't a big talker before, but even monosyllabic words were more than what he seemed able to give me.
You really pet cemeteried him, huh? Is that the deal here? A little pet cemeterying him? Or back from the Lazarus pit if he'd been dead for too long. Okay. So I'm going to do one more hint with her. If it doesn't lead to anything big time, I'm going to just, alright. Has anyone else seen David? But Dr. Dekker has seen him. I know this already.
I'm afraid I don't know
I've
yet.
seen David. Has anyone else seen David?
Yes, the father and daughter who live opposite will have seen him, I'd imagine. Although they won't have talked to him.
Okay.
If anyone approaches him other than me, David would run a mile. The sociable part of his brain must have died in that week too.
Okay. So we're going to move on from her. Maybe we'll come back at the end and see if we can get her green, but I think we've got enough from her. Bryce. How are you today?
Hello, Doctor. I've been thinking about our last session, and I just wanted you to know that I'm not a bad person. I know taking naked photographs is wrong.
Yes.
But you don't know what it's like until you face the same temptation. I'm assuming you don't know what it's like. Do you have an extra hour, Doctor?
No, I don't have an extra hour. No, I don't have an extra hour.
Thank God for that. There's someone else in my hour. A hooded figure, watching me and following me. I followed it too.
Okay, we're getting creepy. We're getting creepy. a hooded figure?
I don't know who it is. My initial thought was that it was you. That I told you about my affliction and somehow you'd got it too. Now I think maybe it's the military or some organization that wants to use the hour themselves. Maybe it's Dr. Dekker risen from the dead. I need to talk to you about him.
Yeah. Tell me about Dekker, man. Tell me about Dekker.
I spied on Dr. Dekker not long before he was murdered.
Okay.
I'm not sure I should tell you what I saw in his basement.
The girl. Was there a girl in his basement?
I'd been feeling uneasy with Dr. Dekker for some time. I mentioned how he'd changed before, so I began spying on him at home. One night, the basement door was open, and Dekker was returning upstairs. I skipped past him, and there she was, a girl. It was difficult to tell. It was dark, and she was chained.
So, he let her out.
In simple terms, I've got nothing to say.
Okay. All right, man. I'm trying to use your words back at you. Chained.
I don't know what you're getting at.
Okay, Jesus. The girl was chained?
I removed the chains,
Okay.
dressed her, and sat her in the police station. There's no evidence, though. No evidence of what he'd done. But she was free. I saved her. I'm not evil. I destroyed evil.
I don't think you're evil, man. Was her name Iris? Let's see if he knows.
The girl who was chained in the basement, her name is Iris.
Yeah.
How do you know that? Not that it means anything. She wouldn't remember me anyway. Time was frozen.
He told Claire about her.
That means nothing to me. Yes, Vienna.
Okay, fine. What was I gonna say? Did you bury David Castleford?
I'm actually a classically trained pallbearer.
What does that
There
mean?
are a lot of health and safety considerations. Not everybody can do it. Well, properly at least. Occasionally I step in if the funeral director is short-shouldered. I do remember her face. She wasn't upset in the usual way. She seemed agitated. Her husband must have been a giant. The coffin was so heavy. I remember because aft port side sprained his ankle. That and he wasn't lifting correctly.
Did you... Claire says you are smuggling body. Nope. Buffeteries. Oh, God. There. No! There we go.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Doctor. I saw Claire Castleford's husband in the coffin myself before carrying him to the grave. He is in the ground. I'm sure it wouldn't take much for the police to get an order to have him exhumed.
Probably not.
Just make sure it's done on Tuesday morning when I'm off.
Okay. Let's go back to this.
I don't know who it is. My initial thought was that it was you. That I told you about my affliction and somehow you'd got it too. Now I think maybe it's the military or some organization that wants to use the hour themselves. Maybe it's Dr. Dekker risen from the dead. I need to talk to you about him.
Military?
I'm surprised I haven't been approached earlier. I mean, my skills and the military. Special ops would be a breeze, wouldn't it? Waltz in past everyone during the midnight hour. get whatever you want, and return to friendly soil. It also makes me think that they might already know all of that, and that they want to get rid of me in case I tell anyone else. Would you do something for me if they get me?
Yes, I'll do some. Yes, I will do something for you if they get you.
Would you tell Jessica I love her? She didn't really know me that well, but I did love her. And also, there's a hard drive in the bottom drawer of my drinks cabinet. Please destroy it. Please, don't look at it.
That's where his pictures are, I'm assuming. That's where his pictures are, right? It's gotta be. Alright. Okay.
Thank God for that. There's someone else in my hour. A hooded figure. Watching me and following me. I followed it too.
Oh, he followed it. Okay. You followed the figure? I'm gonna have to look, guys. Sorry. Alright. Followed it.
No. You have an interesting aura, Doctor.
Okay. I got a note I gotta look at. Aura?
I don't often see auras, Doctor. But yours is unusual. Like, you're more than one person. Maybe I've had a few too many drams.
What's a dram?
I've nothing interesting.
Okay, fine. I got a note. Okay, yes, I gotta go back. You can never guess what happened, Claire. Bryce says your man is in the ground. I'm still not yellow with Bryce, though, so... Let's give a hint here. Oh, where did you follow? Where did you follow the hooded figure?
Whatever it is that's following me, it doesn't want to catch me yet. If I move towards it, it runs away. And when I follow it past temptations. A bar brawl, an open till, an open bedroom window. Like it's testing me.
Okay. Testing you?
I think that I'm becoming a good person, Doctor.
Okay.
I'm ashamed of some of the things I've done, but I'm getting better. The hooded figure, it's testing my morals. Judging me. For what? I don't know.
Okay. All right, the open window. What happened at the window?
I looked in. Watching other people is somehow built into our genes, Doctor.
This guy.
There was an old woman in bed. I went inside. Her bed covers were smoking. I think she'd fallen asleep holding a cigarette. I took the covers and put them in the bath. She'd have died otherwise. And no, I didn't take any pictures.
Okay, Bryce. I didn't say you took any pictures, my friend. I didn't say that. All right? But, come on. There's something I'm missing from one of these, I think. Oh, no, I didn't miss anything big. There's something I haven't... Oh, the paper spike. The paper spike.
Dr. Dekker frequently used that paper spike on his desk as an example. I'm sure he did it with the other patients too. He'd make me look at it, touch the point to see how sharp it was. He'd tell me that because I think it's sharp, it will hurt me.
Okay.
But if I thought it was nothing, it could pass right through my hand.
Okay. Let's do one more hint, and then we'll see. All right, asked about this. I should look at this. Did you do anything about the bar brawl?
I split the brawl up.
Okay, sure you did. All right, they're both yellow. I'm gonna move on. Go back to Claire though, and tell her Bryce says David is in the ground.
Well, that's what he would say, isn't it?
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's talk to Jaya. I feel like Jaya's like a wrap-up person. I usually do Jaya last because I feel like she's like a wrap-up person. Let's talk to Eileen. How are you today?
I'm fine. Work's fine. Hilda's fading fast. Terry. Oh, you'd be pleased to know I don't have the locket anymore. I gave it back. All of it. Every single keepsake.
Okay, good. That's good. You're not stealing people's jewelry anymore. Hilda.
Hilda's nearing the end. She's been sleeping a lot, not eating much. She hasn't been that argumentative either. Although, she did give me a vicious scratch yesterday.
Okay. A scratch?
It was nothing. I was just trying to give her meds. It's hard, you know? I'm trying to help her, but she keeps fighting me. It'll be better after she's seen her daughter. I've decided I'm going to do it tonight. She hasn't got much time left.
Okay.
It was nothing. I was just trying to give her meds. It's hard, you know? I'm trying to help her, but she keeps fighting me. It'll be better after she's seen her daughter. I've decided I'm going to do it tonight. She hasn't got much time left.
Okay. Do it tonight.
You know the answer to that, Doctor. What have we been talking about? What can I do for Hilda that will make it all better?
Look like her daughter.
That's the plan. I know. It sounds unbelievable, like I'm making it up.
It sure does.
I wish I could prove it to you somehow. We could try shifting now. Think of someone you really love. It might help if you close your eyes. Are you thinking of them?
Oh, it's...
Can you picture them?
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, sorry. I don't think it's gonna work.
Worked for a second.
On the bright side, that probably means you're not gonna die anytime soon.
Well, that's great. Okay.
I'm fine. Work's fine. Hilda's fading fast.
That's just about Terry. Okay.
Terry. Oh, you'd be pleased to know I don't have the locket anymore. I gave it back. All of it. Every single
Terry and the
keepsake.
locket. Terry locket. Terry locket. Terry locket. Terry.
Terry seems to have backed down since I gave the keepsakes back. Actually, it doesn't seem like she's been very well.
Oh boy.
Not her usual self.
Okay.
Maybe she's got a bug or something.
What are you doing to Terry? You killing Terry there, Eileen? Locket.
You told me to. Well, not in so many words, but you said I shouldn't have kept them. And what with Terry going around telling everyone I stole them, I didn't feel like I really had any choice. The lockets, the watch, the ring. But I kept the little bird Sarah Dekker gave me.
What?
I wasn't supposed to mention her.
What? Sarah Dekker?
Dr. Dekker's mother. She was one of my first patients, but she died a while
They're
ago.
all connected.
Dr. Dekker's mother. She was one of my first patients, but she died a while ago.
What did Sarah die from?
I don't know anything about
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
That's the plan. I know. It sounds unbelievable, like I'm making it up.
Unbelievable, yeah.
I wish I could prove it to you somehow. We could try shifting now. Think of someone you really love. It might help if you close your eyes.
Okay.
Are you thinking of them? Can you picture them?
Unbelievable?
Okay. Hold on.
Was there anything after this, the vision or whatever that she says?
Sorry. I don't think it's gonna work. On the bright side, that probably means you're not gonna die anytime soon.
That's great. No, okay. Oh boy, okay. Hold on a second. You're unbelievable.
It's tricky.
Okay.
I mean, I'll sound exactly like Hilda's daughter, but I try and keep it vague because I don't become her. I don't know what she would really say. I say things like, "It's okay, don't be scared, I love you, Mum," or "I love you, Dad." But it doesn't really matter what their relationship's like because it's not really them. I always do the Disney version. The best, most loving version. That's what my patients want to hear.
Okay.
And maybe deep down they know it's not the truth, but it's got to be better than the reality.
Did you become Dekker? I don't know if she's gonna know this or not.
I feel like you're clutching at
Oh,
straws.
shut up, Aline. Shut up.
It's tricky. I mean, I'll sound exactly like Hilda's daughter, but I try and keep it vague because I don't become her. I don't know what she would really say. I say things like, "It's okay, don't be scared, I love you, Mum," or "I love you, Dad." But it doesn't really matter what their relationship's like because it's not really them.
Mm-hmm.
I always do the Disney version. The best, most loving version. That's what my patients want to hear. And maybe deep down they know it's not the truth, but it's got to be better than the reality.
Okay. I didn't want to ask her the spike yet. Okay.
It's true then. I'd heard Dr. Dekker was stabbed, but I didn't know for sure. It's weird that whoever did it would choose the paper spike.
Why is it weird?
Dr. Dekker used to play with it in our sessions sometimes. You know, pick it up, handle it while we talked. I remember once, he pushed the spike through his skin. At this bit here, between his thumb and his finger, He said he didn't think I'd mind the sight of blood being a nurse and all that, but actually, there wasn't any.
Oh, so this is like the thing.
Dr. Dekker used to play with it in our
Sorry. Yeah, I asked that already. I wonder where that popped up now. Or maybe it popped up before I didn't see it. No blood.
I was a bit freaked out. At first, I thought it was a trick. A magic trick, you know? Like some kind of therapeutic test. Show the patient this retractable spike and see how they react. But it wasn't. The spike was real.
Okay.
I was a bit freaked out. At first, I thought it was a trick. A magic trick, you know? Like some kind of therapeutic test. Show the patient this retractable spike and see how they react. But it wasn't. The spike was real.
Okay. How was the spike real?
Dr. Dekker gave me the paper spike to try. It wasn't fake. It was pretty sharp, actually. I don't know how he did it. He said he just thought that it wouldn't hurt him, so it didn't.
It's a weird shite. Okay. Okay. I think I just say the truth.
Does it really matter if it isn't the truth? Isn't it worth it if it brings them peace? Tell me honestly, Doctor, do you really think that what I'm doing is wrong?
I don't think what she's doing is wrong, to be honest. I'm gonna answer honestly. I mean, I think that as long as she's not stealing stuff anymore, because that is wrong, that it's really not that bad. No, it's not wrong.
Good. Because I really feel this is something I have to do.
She got very close. Okay, she's yellow. So that's going to do it for this episode of FMV Agent. Thank you everybody for watching. That's it. We're moving on. We're halfway through the act. Next time, we're going to be talking to Mariana. We're going to be talking to a new patient. Maybe, learning some new stuff, learning some new things, having some new suspicions. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel and share and comment with everybody so that we can spread the word about FMV Agent. Thank you to FMV World for sponsoring the channel. Go to fmvworld.com. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. Follow me on Twitter at Bobby Shortle for live streams and other gaming stuff. Follow the Monthly Reset at Monthly Reset on Twitter or twitch.tv/Monthly Reset. Follow it there. You can see FMV Agent streams as well as some other game streams as well. But until next time, never fear, because the FMV Agent is on the case.